What's going on, my good people? This your boy Life Up the Entertainer, here to bring you some action between Norfolk State and Virginia State University. This is going to be an interesting band battle between both of these two bands, and they're going to duke it out. Okay, and from what I've seen, both bands excel in their pen. Both bands are very clean. So it's going to be an interesting battle. I can't wait to see these results. What I would say before we get into the action, that this is the beginning of the season, so I'm not expecting a lot of things to be there, but these two bands definitely put a lot of work in to sound consistent. So I do not know what to expect going into this battle, so this is going to be an interesting watch. This was in the voters poll for me, for my subscribers. So if you want to be a part of this family, please consider subscribing. Helps your boy out tremendously, okay? And also, if you've been rocking with your boy all this time, please like up this video, okay? Really means so much to me, okay? So I'm here to bring honesty and not show favoritism, but bring honesty. And again, this is my opinion, so you know, I'm not here to debate with anybody, you know, because it's just my opinion. I mean, I can miss things. I'm not perfect either, and that's another thing too. I'm just one person. It'd be different if it was a group of me, but it's just one person. So I'm just gonna give it to you raw and uncut, and how I'm feeling, okay? So that's how I feel, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, I did a lot of rambling, but we're going to get into the action. Please look to the cards next to me so you know what we'll be grading. Okay, we're going to be grading entrance, songs, formation, dancers, breakdown, and overall creativity. This is for the halftime, okay? There was no zero quarters, only halftime and fifth quarter, okay? I'm using their media because nobody else actually recorded the battle on the outside of this, so I'm just using their media to capture this full battle that took place, okay? So with that being said, you know, let's get into the action. Hope all is well with y'all. Let's do it. Look like Virginia State's going to be first. Since this is a home game for Norfolk, we're going to start with Virginia State first, okay?
State. Hail State. All the way from Pittsburgh, Virginia, I present to you the 2024 Trojan Explosion. Under the direction of Dr. Taylor Whitehead. Sing with us, State.
85 is there.
Unite and keep Washington State's together for the Explosion Band as they perform their precision drill routine.
That's very clean.
For the 50-yard line, Joy Elegance and Joy Esquire.
Nice little drill. Eight to five, look like it's there.
Make some noise for the Explosion Band. It's the love and the emotions. Featuring Essence and Troy. listen as the explosion slows it down. Kissing You by Keith Washington. The backdrop for the ladies song. Satin Diva.
Okay, Jim Bones. With the pedal.
Turn it up a little for the explosion.
This sounds so clean, man.
Give it up for the ladies. The Satin Divas.
Beautiful. Shout out to them playing my song, man. Got the energy. Get it. Get it. Come on. Yeah.
One more time. Hey. Let's go. One more time. There's Larry's way. And punctuation. We look forward to seeing you again. All that great play. We're going to the Kansas City. Let's see this over.
Yes, indeed. Hold on, man. Look. Let me get a good video. Yeah. Oh, man. That was a perfect field show right there, man. Can you say execution?
Execution.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That was nice. I thoroughly enjoyed that field show. Couldn't spot anything wrong with it. You know, usually I don't usually go with media teams for field shows, but I mean, hey, so I don't think I can go with. But I was able to see the field at least, and I was able to see if the 8 to 5 was there, and everything was good. Everybody was marching 8 to 5. Entrance was good. Formations, dances, breakdown, everything was good. Okay. The only thing is, I didn't see anything too creative with their field show. That just seems like, but they did everything else right. You know, for me, that was enough. You know, so they got a 25, which is a very strong score. I'm excited to see what Norfolk is going to pull out the hat on them for this field show. But right now, you know, Virginia got a perfect field show. A lot of bands don't get that for their field show. They be trying so hard, but they just be missing it. But they, I mean, that's appreciation right there. You know, so yes, I thoroughly enjoyed that field show from Virginia State University. Okay, So with that being said, we're gonna move on. If y'all made it this far in the video, please consider liking and subscribing. We're moving on to Norfolk again. Can't catch everything, but I'm giving my honest opinion on this field show. Okay. So with that being said, let's continue. This is the old folks media team, and they was able to provide us with the fifth quarter as well. I'm excited to see how this is going to go.
University is proud to present the standard of marching band excellence in the NEAC. And now, Spartan Legion, let the heavens resound to your magnificent sound and let every musical measure be the source of auditory.
The 8 to 5 is there. That's what I'm talking about. More angles of everything. I can't wait for this film. Definitely can appreciate the drone footage. That's a pretty angle. See how drummers over there grooving that good. That's dope. I can appreciate that. Ready. Very pretty. For real. Sound. Very clean. Woo. Got the energy. They got the energy too, and they looking clean too. Yo. And they sounding off too. Yo. Yes, indeed, Norfolk. Wow. Get a good angle up there. Yeah. Woo! Norfolk. Norfolk, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. Okay. Creative, I'm going to give them a 1. It was just one creative moment. It was a little ripple that the dancers did. I thought that was real creative. Alright. Entrance was a 5. Everything else was a 5. Can y'all say execution?
Execution.
Oh man, that was an entertaining field show. No complaints at all. Woo! That was nice. That was nice. Wow. Like, you talking about that was a presence on the field? That was a presence, man. Oh my goodness. Woo! So, this is what I'm gathering from this battle so far. This is going to be a tight battle. And I give the edge to Norfolk. They got 1 point in creative, and that just gives them an initial edge going into 5th quarter. Entertaining field show for Virginia State. But I just think Norfolk just had just a stronger field show just by 1. Okay? I mean, it was a fair shake on everything else on the board. I just think the only reason why I gave Norfolk just an initial edge is because they just had just a little bit more creativity. Just by 1. And I mean, that's it. You know, so, I mean, that's pretty much it. It was pretty much fairly even on both sides. Okay? So if y'all made it this far, please consider liking, sharing, and following. It helps your boy out tremendously. Subscribe here, man. Really means a lot. You know, shout out your school below if you want to, or, you know, again, you know, it's nothing but love here, okay? So we're moving on to the 5th quarter. Before we get there, I just want to tell y'all again, I'm just one person. So please do not get in y'all feelings about these grades, okay? So it's just me giving my honest critique, what I'm feeling, how I'm feeling, what I'm grading, what I'm hearing, okay? So, you know, it's my opinion. Alright, don't bash your boy. Alright, so with that being said, we're grading 5th quarter. Look to the cards next to me so you know we'll be grading. We're grading song selection, power, articulation, arrangement, and overall cleanness. Maximum points they can make in each category is 10. Okay? So with that being said, you know, we're gonna get into the action. Let's see how they do. It's still the beginning of the season. So, you know, I don't know what to expect. Norfolk kind of surprised me with it against Hampton, and they were just consistently hitting. So, whew, you know, I can only imagine what we're going to get into. I haven't really seen Virginia State doing a thing in the 5th, but I know that that's a very clean band, and both bands have a strong pin game. So, I'm excited. I'm already excited from this field show. So, I can only imagine what I'm going to experience in this field. So, let's get into the action. Start us off. give that a grade. Alright, so I'm going to give that song selections a 10, powers a 10, articulation. I'm going to give articulation a 10, arrangement 10, cleanness is a 9. I just feel like it was just missing it just needs to be sprucing up just a tad bit, and I think it'd be there. It's just missing just that initial edge, like the attack. I think everything else would be good. If like some of the stuff, if some of the notes were short, like if there was a trumpet that kind of hung over just a tad bit with that super, but I think if it was just a tad bit shorter, I think it would be better. Okay, so almost a perfect. Moving on. T T T T. Okay. 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 Oh wow. Oh wow, that was dope. That was dope. That was a tight ass arrangement. Okay, that's like top tier. Okay, that's a top tier Not Like Us. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's up on the list on the Not Like Us list for me. Real talk. That's on the top of the list right there for me. I think underneath that is like Morgan State, but like that right there, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, but we gotta get some critiques on this. So sound selections 10, powers 10, articulation, I'm give that a 9. Arrangements 10, cleanness is a 10. So they got a 49 on that. Almost a perfect. I think what they was missing, it was good at first, and I think there was just a part up in there with the trombones, or I don't know if it was the trombones or the paratones. I couldn't really particularly clarify which one it was, but it was just an attacking issue. And I just think that was one thing they just needed to work on that. So they just missed it, just a smidge, just a smidge. It's almost there, almost there. Moving on. Norfolk. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Norfolk. Woo! Alright. Oh man, oh man, get that shit a Ric Flair moment. Woo! Oh, that was nice, my folks. Oh man, that was nice. Oh man, I tell you how, man, when that pen get to working, oh my goodness, that pen was all over this song, man. Dynamics, you name it, it was in there, man. Oh man, that was nice. That was good. That was real good. Moving on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cut up tubers. Ooh, cut up tubers. You better sing, tubers. Oh man, yes indeed. Oh man, that was nice. Oh, that was real nice. I really like how they played on the dynamics on that. That was really dope. That was really dope. Like they really play with those dynamics, and I think that's one thing I like about both of these bands. They pen game was there, and they like to play with that dynamics. It's just wow, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely was good. I love to hear those tubas, man. Did y'all hear them tubas though? That was crucial. Dang. Oh man. They tubas is something serious. Moving on. Yeah. 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 Mm. Whew. Oh man, they on one Super Saiyan in this thing. Get that shit a Ric Flair moment. Woo! Oh man. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's something serious about Norfolk, man. I swear. There's something serious about Norfolk, man. Oh my goodness, that pen game is crucial. Oh, that pen game is ruthless, fam. Oh my goodness. It's just something about it. It's just something about it. It's just right there. It's right there. It's not too much, but it's very extra. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, it's very extra. It's just something different. It's like they got that magical pen. Alright, moving on. Yeah, we speeding it up, that's cool. like it. It was very clean. Very, very clean. I just think that it was just missing just a lack of power. I just feel like they should just project a little bit more. And now look, I got my setting on my, I got like a, I got a audio interface hooked up, and I turned that up to the max. So don't argue with your boy on that one. But power, I'm gonna give them a 9. I just feel like they should just attack just a tad bit more, and I think that'd be okay. Articulation's 10, arrangements 10, cleanness is a 10. Almost a perfect. Almost a perfect. So it's just right there. I just needed them to project more. That's it. That's it. But it was still clean. I appreciate that. I just felt like it was just missing just a little bit of that. Just give me just a little bit more oomph in the face. That's it. But it was pretty straight. It was straight. Moving on. Mm. Mm. Woo. Mm. Norfolk. Oh shit. You hear them trills? Mm. Okay, what wins? I hear y'all. Woo. Woo. Give that shit a Ric Flair moment. Woo! Oh my goodness, that pain is ruthless though. Damn. Alright. Alright. Let me give a grade on that. Okay, so power, I'm gonna give power a 9. I feel like they could have gave me just a little bit more power on that as well. Articulation is 10, arrangement is 10, cleanness is a 10, or song selection, I'm going to give song selection a 9 as well. Okay? So they got a 48 on that one. Reason why I went to a 48 because Virginia Union kind of sped it up just a little bit and for y'all to bring it right back down. It's kind of in the same category as a South Funk, but I just felt like it needed to just be picked up just a little bit because the battle kind of had its ballad moment. Now we kind of trying to transition into a different one, but now you bring me back to another ballad, and so you want to pick things up. You know, you got to really know where to place your book as well. But they got a 48 on that one. Moving on. Very clean. Just wish they just gave me just a little bit more. Okay. Classic right here. Alrighty. Yes. Yes, that was nice. They had the power on that one too. Oh man. Pretty much everything else on the board was 10, man. Nothing too major. All I gotta say is just make sure trombones attack together, but that's it. I mean, no complaints. No complaints at all. So, hey, I really enjoyed that from them. Alright. Moving on. Mm. Woo. Behold. That they forming the L. That they was trying to form the L. That's crazy. Norfolk, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man. Oh, that was good. That was nice. That was nice. No complaints on that. No complaints at all on that. We getting close to the end. We're getting real close to the end. This is like our last round is here. This is our last round. So let's see what we got. Now usually these bands, when it's their last song, they play the exit song. So It's different from the swag here. So like in the Meek, they kind of switch it up a little bit, and these bands in particular, they play exit songs. I don't know if Virginia State has an exit song or not, but we about to find out. Alrighty, let's give that a grade. Alright, so it was a nice song. So apparently they don't have an edit song. So learn something new. I didn't know if they did or not. So, but sound selections a 10, powers a 10, articulation I'm gonna give them a 10, arrangements 10, cleanness I'm gonna give them a 9. Almost a perfect. I just think that it's just missing just a little sprucing up. Like some parts are just a tad bit muddy. So I just feel like if they just sprucing up the little small things in that, I think it'll be right there. It's just missing just the small stuff. And again, this is the beginning of the season, so I'm not expecting all the book to be there. Okay, I'm not expecting all the book to be here, and it kind of showcased in this battle a lot for both bands. That this was the beginning of the season. All right, so that's just the tale of the take of this battle. But I just think it was just missing just a little bit of sprucing. It just need just a little bit of a little pinch to get it right. You know what I'm saying? So like especially like the trumpet part, it kind of got muddy close to the end, etc. There's a couple other parts of the trombones too. So I just think it was just small stuff. Moving on. Just a little cleaner. Well, we know what this is. Let's see how they do though. This is going to be the exit song, but we're not going to be grading it against Virginia State. But we're going to grade it. That's the way to end it. So, of course, song selection, I'm going to put 9 because it's just a traditional thing for them to do this. It's something that they have to play. Power is 10, articulation's 10, arrangement's 10, cleanness is a 10. So they got a 49, almost a perfect by default, but you know it is what it is on that one. It's just by default. It's just what it is, you know. That's just because of tradition. But moving on, man. Really appreciate y'all for tuning it in and making to this end of this video right here. We're going to find out who won this battle. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you skipped ahead or you made it all the way here, please consider liking, sharing, following, and subscribing here. So, really means a lot. Thank y'all so much in the long run, okay? Again, this was a subscribers poll request, and I think that was one of those few things I feel like, really I put out and y'all voted, and this is what won, and so I'm kind of glad to see this battle. Very interesting battle, very, very interesting battle. So we're gonna give it to you raw and uncut, so we're gonna get these grades, okay? So again, ladies and gentlemen, please do not get in your feelings about these grades, okay? Do not get in your feelings about these grades. It is what it is. Both bands did phenomenal. And I really want to give praise, and I really want to highlight, they kicked some ass on that field show. Okay? They did good. It was entertaining. You feel me? Both bands, So, with that being said, let's get to it. Alright? So, we're going to start with Virginia State first, and then we're going to do Norfolk next. Okay? $272. Alright, let's look at Norfolk next. $273. Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen, it was a 1-point difference. This was a close battle for both bands, but Norfolk just has the initial edge over Virginia State. Okay? So I'm gonna tell you why I went with Norfolk in this battle, and
Victory!
And we're gonna be done with the video. So reason why I chose Norfolk over Virginia State, Norfolk just had, if we was to look at this battle, Norfolk had an initial edge over them going into the fifth. I think it probably would have been a tie if they didn't have a creative point in the field show. And I gave it to Norfolk's dancers because they was able to do something unique in the mix of their dance, and I just felt like that should gave some praise, so I gave them a creative in that. But it was just 1 point. But Virginia State had a perfect field show. They just was missing just that initial creative edge, okay? And I think they would have been straight as well, okay? When we look into that fifth quarter, it was pretty much even the majority. It was really a tie, to be honest with you. It was a tie, and I just think that initially it was just, just missing just that initial oomph. But that's what it was. I just think Virginia State could have capitalized on some songs if they were just a tad bit stronger in their book. Okay, now again, Virginia State was just missing just the small stuff, but they fixed those small stuff, of course, because this was in the beginning of the season. Later in the season, I know that their book is strong and everything is clean. That's a good band, That's a real good band. Both bands were good. I just think Norfolk was just better. Okay? That's it. So, with that being said, man, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in and voting on this battle. Again, subscribe if you're new here and like up this video. Thank y'all so much in the long run. I'm finna get up out of here. And like I tell y'all always, deuces.